All right, Twitter's at it again. And apparently this guy named Tim Cook, he drops this Christmas Eve picture that's like Merry Christmas Eve, Carol, leave milk for Santa. And the internet gets super pissed, calls it AI slop. You know, it's just whatever. But Apple is like, it's 100% human made. No, look at the signature. So we're going to go look over that today and we're going to talk about it. So this is the thing in question. We're going to look over some things first, and then we're going to talk about the artist. We're going to talk about Apple TV. So this is the image. Now, to me, this looks like the typical piss filter ChatGPT stuff, right? So what makes it the ChatGPT stuff? There's a lot to look at here. And one of people is like, okay, so you can't actually finish the maze, which if you look at the maze, if we look right here, you can go this way and then back around. You can go this way. And every way that you can possibly go ends in a dead end. And that's one of the problems. You guys are just going to deal with the little squeaking because Figgy is running around. Anyway, so there's that. Now, okay, I'm not going to complain about this because this has something to do with the show. For the show Plurimus or whatever, it says whole milk, vitamin A and D, fresh, natural, low-fat milk. It's a joke. It's in the show. It's whatever. So it says cow puzzle fun. Doesn't that seem like something that wouldn't be on the back? Like, I feel like someone who would have made that would maybe have made it sound a little bit better. And if you look at this one right here, this is an example. You can see the nutrition labels on the back. So that makes sense, right? That makes sense. So when we go back to this looks really weird, doesn't it? Like this being open like this, but you can't see the other side. Because when you look at this one, look how small these are. Especially if they're supposed to be drinking these things. Like, I mean, when you see this, everybody knows what these little things look like, right? Everyone has drank these before. So why does it look like that? Why does that look like that? That looks fucking terrible. So the next thing I notice is that the Christmas tree is really weird and it's cut weird, like the ChatGPT Firelight. There's just a lot of artifacts-isms in here when it comes to this Christmas tree. I don't know how to describe it with the tree, but it's weird. But it also has this cut. See right here? You know what? I'm going to save it. Hold on. I'm going to save it. All right. I'm going to show you. Look at this. Do you guys see how this is cut? This would not be in, this is weird. And so is this. Like, this is the wrong angle or whatever. Now, when we look at these cookies down here, like these cookies are shaded really weird. And this one's a little warbled. This one over here, it's kind of look like it's got more than it does. And it has this, like, see this right here? Like, it's almost like it's supposed to match this and it's supposed to go with this, but doesn't know that. And then on top of that, the holly berries and leaves are strung around really weirdly on the plate. Now, I saw other people talk about the maze and I've seen people talk about the fire, but I haven't seen anyone talk about the table. Look at this table. This is supposed to be one of those grout tables. I don't remember the name of it. It's like a Latin culture type thing, stoneware. I don't know. I don't know the name of it, dang it. Anyway, when you look at this, why does it have stairs? And then why is it raised up right here? Actually here, you guys can't see. See where it's raised right here. It looks like it's sitting up. Grout is supposed to sit flat. And then it has random patterns all over the place. Like it would go straight across. Like my dad has done this type of work before. It would just go straight across. So when people started seeing this, they're like, what is this AI generated slop? What is this bullshit? So there is one more thing I got to show you guys. This guy is a dumbass. So what he did is he actually left the prompt in the image description. He just left it in there. Or he put it in there himself and it says, an illustration of 3 smiley face cookies on a plate. One with the bite taken out on a tiled table. Next to the blue carton of milk, in the background, there's a Christmas tree decorated with lights and a fire in the fireplace. So it's literally in the alt text, the prompt. I would love to, you know what, even though I don't use AI, I would love to go and just prompt this just to see what Grok would make if I prompted it. And I bet 100% it would prompt up something similar to what we're seeing right here. So one of the comments on the quote retweet says, the backlash is extra funny because the creator of Pluribus is anti-AI and credited the artist is a painter. So either the fucked up maze on the milk carton is on purpose or he used AI on purpose. So on Apple TV, They decided that they were going to defend this, right? And they went, "Hi, Carol. We thought you might like this festive artwork by Keith Thompson made on a MacBook Pro," which does not mean fucking anything, by the way. So people are just trolling up in the comments. Bro typed a prompt on a MacBook Pro. Nothing says holiday spirit like art proving creativity still beats in any hardware. Yeah, okay. I feel like Apple is running a social experiment. So now it's time to look over his artwork. So when we are looking over how to decide if someone has used AI, basically what you do is you look at the piece and you go, this looks generated to me. And then what you do is you go over the other works that they have in their library, if they have any at all, and go, does this look like that? Or even close to like that? And then you go, okay, well, if this looks like this, then maybe it's just that their style looks like AI. Or maybe they did use AI and they're hiding it. Who knows? Maybe they have a LoRa. But for the most part, when you see somebody's work, you can go, oh, this doesn't really look like they made it. So this is a weird situation. I'm going to turn off my model so we can talk about this. All of these that you see here are painted by hand. All of them are painted by hand. These are, it will be like on canvas and it'll say like whatever it's made out of. On his Instagram, he has how these were made. So you can buy the physical pieces. And his art style is super like hard. There's not a lot of blending that's going on here. You see like he has the strong outlines. It's very cool to me, but this is what his art looks like. You know, like even right here, he doesn't have any details. His hands are a little bit weird and wrong. And down here is his signature, K. Thompson, right? And as you can see through some of these, actually, let's look right here. This is very detailed, very, very detailed to be a painting. Look how perfect his lines are. He has a perfect understanding of how to draw lines, right? Masterful control. And I want you to also, where's the other one? Here's another one where you can see he's making great lines. There's one more. Hold on, let me find it. And here's another right here where you can see that he has a very good understanding of how to draw brick and tile. Right here, you can see how the cities are. They're in straight lines, okay? Now, this is important for the other image. As you can see, this is how he does his work. A lot of it is oil and acrylic, I believe. No watercolor. And now we're back to this. You expect me to believe that that man did this? I do not believe at all that he did this. I do not believe it. You're telling me that he doesn't know how to draw holly berries on a plate? He doesn't know how to shade cookies that are supposed to be in the light. He has ChatGPT fire in the background. And he also doesn't know how to draw a tile. You want me to believe all of that bullshit all at once? You're out of your mind. And if you guys are enjoying my videos, please like and subscribe. I try to get to 15K before the end of the year. Don't know if it's going to happen now, but let's hope so. I'm 400 away. 400. So close. And also, go join my Patreon because you can see my full res art and all my special stuff over there. And sometimes unreleased videos. And videos early. Anyways, now I want to talk about what I think actually happened. Because the internet is getting in an uproar where all Apple said was, this is the artist, and automatically people believe it. But now in the world of generative AI, we can't really just believe when people post things because people have lied about them for so long. This is what I think happened. I think that they gifted Keith Thompson with a MacBook Pro and said, hey, why don't you try to make some art on it? Make it for our show. And he goes, sure, I'll do that. He doesn't really knows what he's doing, so he probably drew the sketch out. It looked really good in the sketch version. He put it out there, and then he realized because it would take very long to just start painting digitally because it doesn't show me at all that he's a digital painter. There's all of his works say to me, I have never touched Photoshop in my life. Now I have some, you can tell because what he is selling is the paintings. He's not selling prints of the paintings. He's selling the paintings themselves. So I know that he might do maybe a little bit of touch up, but in general, he does not know how to do what we saw him do for that particular piece. There's no way that he did that. I would have to see the layers. I would have to see the layers and how he did it, because I do not believe that this man didn't generate it. He definitely generated it. But I think he just took the sketch. He couldn't figure out how to do the painting part. And then he just put it into ChatGPT and that's what happened. Now, I know some of you guys are like, oh my God, don't use hide detector because it doesn't really help. Okay, but the thing is it does kind of help. When you think an image is suspicious and there's artifacts and there's things in there that say, hey, this image is maybe possibly AI. And then you put it into hide detector and hide detector is like, yeah, you know what? It is AI. And then it gives you a specific model, which one it's specifically used, when we already know kind of what the output is of ChatGPT. And then it goes, yeah, GPT image, right? Like I'll show you guys, look. It says likely to contain AI generated or deepfake content. And it says right here, GPT image _1_5. There's no way that it's not. It's probably a sketch. It's probably a sketch that you just put into ChatGPT and generated it after he put it up. And Keith Thompson himself is more than welcome to come here and give me his summary or show me some of his layers or a GIF. But that dude is an older guy. It's an older guy. Probably has people working on all of his stuff. He used to be a cartoonist, and when you go and look at his Instagram, it's the same thing. Let's look at it. Let's look at this. It's all the same. And he tags how it was made. Look, The Heretic, 16 by 424 inches. Now at the art show. So these are all done. Oil painting on canvas. What's this one? Signed limited edition prints on a super high-end archival paper. So he had this scanned in, which you can do with your paintings. I know nothing about how it works. So if there's a traditional artist here who has done this, feel free to leave it below. So you can get prints of this, but for the most part, he just sells his work as is. So here we are. He has all of this here, and these are new paintings, and it shows how his paintings were sold. It doesn't say for how much, but he has everything for sale for about $2,500, $2,300. Some of them are a little bit more at like $3,000. Some of them are a little bit less at like $1,000 something. But otherwise, they're all money. They're all money. And they're all traditional. So there is no reason for me to believe that this man is or has experience painting digitally. And I'm not saying you can't just skip and learn how to do it. I'm saying that the workflow, I'm just saying that the art flow to do it is different. It's completely different. And that's why some people, including myself, I was a traditional artist first. Skipping over to digital is difficult because it's completely different on how you have to do things. But the tools work similarly. It's not the stuff that comes in the programs. It's how to learn how to layer, what all those things mean. And it's the same for when you go back and you do traditional. Yeah, the sketch skills are the same, but the way painting goes is completely different. So do I believe that it's AI? Yes, it is. It is 100%. I don't know why he would put his name on that or why we would all want to believe that he didn't do that. So that's really all I have to say. But if you guys stay to the end, put a paintbrush at the bottom. I would appreciate that. And feel free to ask me any questions. And if you like the video, I'd love that. And if you could subscribe, that'd be cool. And go over to my Patreon because do it. Dang it, do it. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.